Okay, today on Chump Talk, we have now reoccurring guest Kaleb Pearson joining us. Last time we did the interview, I think, was during COVID. You weren't playing at the time, and now you are fresh off Vegas's camp, and now you're in PEI doing the interview with us from the University of Prince Edward Island. How's it going, Kaleb Pearson?
Yeah, it's going good. Thanks for having me guys again. I'm excited.
Yeah, thanks for coming on again. Just kind of talk about your last couple of months. Obviously, going from Vegas to PEI there, and just talk about what it's like in PEI. Are you in Charlottetown, or what does your living arrangement kind of look like for that?
Yeah. I'm in Charlottetown, and I'm living with three other guys. So, um, the one guy, his parents bought this house. His name's Jonah Capriotti, and so his parents bought this house, and it's a really nice house. So we are all living. It's like right near campus, and it's sick
Nice.
with Richard Whitaker, Jonah Capriotti, like I said before, and Lucas Fitzpatrick.
Had you been to Prince Edward Island before this?
No, I haven't. This is my first time being here.
I've never been
Really?
out either. What's it like out there?
It's really nice. Like right now, it's a little cold, but
Yeah,
when I first got out here, like we had a couple beach days. It was so nice. So we went to the beach, saw the red sand. It's just
nice.
really nice. It's
That's
like
awesome.
kind of Outer Banks. It gives me
Oh
that
yeah,
vibe.
Yeah, yeah, I can see that. I was out there a couple of years ago in the summer. Just absolute beautiful place, and so many incredible views to do, and just traveling around too. So many cool things to see. But
the
what
golf
kind of
I've
things?
heard. The golf I've heard is
Yeah,
nuts out
yeah.
there.
Ty and I, we did some golfing, my brother and I, when we were out there. Just absolutely amazing. But what kind of things are you doing out there? Hobbies, spare time?
Yeah, we don't really have that much like free time, but it's a lot of schoolwork. We're on the ice every day practicing, getting ready for games and stuff. But yeah, if we have some free time, we're usually just chilling at the house, maybe going out to eat somewhere. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay, let's go back a little bit here because you played Stratford Warriors. That's where you met our buddy Leibs, and then 2 years in Owen Sound. Obviously, there would have been a third year if the OHL didn't get shut down last year. And in that last year, we had you on right after the season got shut down. I'm pretty sure, but you got 52 points in 62 games. Had a big year. Obviously, missed out on what was your last year. How tough was that for you mentally to miss out on a year that's obviously big one for you for scouts to see it too, and just another good season in Owen Sound.
Yeah, I mean it sucks. I think I speak for everyone that kind of went through the whole not playing thing. It's brutal. I mean you're so used to being on the ice every day and playing games like that, and then just totally you're like stuck in the house. You don't really know what to do. But yeah, it was really hard. But I'm kind of glad that it's over. Well, kind of getting over now at least.
Yeah.
But it's good out here. We're skating a lot, and yeah, it's pretty tame right now. Like, I mean, we still have to wear masks and stuff, but we're
Mhm.
allowed to go to most spots, so it's pretty good.
Good.
What did that year look like for you during that COVID year there, when no one was really on the ice? Like, what kind of things were you doing? Were you still able to kind of stay in game shape? Because there were talks several times throughout the year that the OHL was hopefully going to come back. Unfortunately, obviously, it never happened. But just what kind of things were you doing to keep yourself in shape, and just that mindset to get back into things in case things opened up again?
Yeah, it was tough not knowing like if we're gonna go back at all or whatever. But when I could skate, like when the rinks were open, I was getting on as much as I can. It was pretty close to every day when the rinks were open. I'd skate with Joey Hishin over in Stratford and a couple guys in this area. We'd go out and kind of had the mindset like we are gonna go back and play. So we were going hard and stuff, and we are always in the gym when the gyms were open. So we were just kind of thinking to ourselves like we got to be ready for when we start going back. But unfortunately, we never did.
So when it was official that that season wasn't going to happen, what was going through your mind? Like, what were your next steps? Because obviously you were going to go back to the OHL. So just what kind of things are you looking at potentially for your future after you find out that that OHL season for sure wasn't going to happen at all?
Yeah, I called my agent and I was kind of picking his brain on what's going to happen next, and he said that some schools will be calling me and reaching out to some teams. So I was kind of just sitting back and like letting people kind of come to me and then making my decision from there.
What were some of the calls you got, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah, so there was a lot of like Ontario schools like the OUA. It was like Western. I think it was like Western, both Waterloos. Carlton, like I think it was everybody. I'm not trying to sound like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I think it was most of them except a couple, but
Yeah.
and then I didn't get any from out west, but the ones out here was Acadia, PEI, Saint FX, and I think there was one more. No, I may be wrong, but that was
Yeah.
pretty much it. And then I kind of just made my decision from there.
Were there pro teams too? Because obviously you went to Vegas's camp, but I don't know exactly how it works if like an ECHL team or AHL teams, if they actually reach out personally, or if it's the NHL team that does it. Were there any like pro teams that reached out?
Yeah, I talked with a couple ECHL teams, but that wasn't really
A route you
where
want to
I
take?
want to end up. But like I'd say maybe a month ago, a team reached out to me overseas and asked me if I wanted to go
Wow.
play there for this year. It was like a 1 year kind of development thing, but I kind of passed on it, and I thought
Yeah.
school here would be a much more benefit to me.
Yeah, so Vegas obviously reached out because you went to their camp. Talk to us a little bit about how you found out you'd be going to that camp, and tell us a little bit about the camp.
Yeah, so my agent he reached out to me the one day and told me that Vegas reached out and wants me to go to their camp. So I didn't have any other options, any other NHL camps really to choose from. So I reached out to Will Nickel and told him that I would love to attend their camp. And yeah, I was just getting ready for it over the summer. But when I actually got out there, it was incredible. I've never really been out there or out in that area, so it was really really fun experience, and it was like a movie when I was there. It was crazy.
Yeah, I was going to say, just kind of talk about like the atmosphere being around that Vegas team, because obviously they have a very good team this year. They're looked at as one of the cup contenders. We had Steve Spott on just the other month. Do you have any encounters with him, or just what was the whole experience like for you? Because it's got to be pretty surreal to be able to skate there in Vegas, a newer franchise like that with a lot of excitement around the team.
Yeah, it's insane. Like their fan base there is unreal. We had a ton of fans coming to watch practice and stuff. But yeah, I talked with Spotter a bit when I was there. Such a great guy. I used to play against his son when he
Ty.
played for Waterloo, and I was in here on Perth.
Yeah,
So
we had
kind of
Ty on just a couple months ago as well. He's a great kid.
yeah. So we kind of grew up playing against each other, and then just being at the camp, it was sick. Like just to see the guys. Like I remember my first day, we were in having a meeting, and Pacioretty walks in and just like talks with us like we're one of his like good friends. So it was a really fun experience, and something that I took a lot of things away, and I'm gonna hopefully get back to a camp next year.
Is there any guys that like carried themselves in a way you just weren't expecting? Like is there a guy that from the media you'd have no idea that they're like they are, if that made any sense at all?
Yeah, a guy that stands out for me for that would be Leonard.
Yeah.
He came in and he was just like talking about everything and anything. Like it was insane. And then I saw Mark Stone posted a Twitter thing about him like digging up like snake holes in his backyard.
Yeah.
He was talking about that, getting like so serious into it the one day, and it was a funny experience.
Was there no shit moment on the ice for you playing with these guys, or you're just like, holy shit, some of these guys are really good players?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you get on the ice with an NHL player, it's crazy. But like my first time I stepped on the ice, I had the shakes, I had the butterflies in my stomach, so it was a weird experience, but I'm kind of happy I got to kind of embrace it.
Did anyone yell at you for it? Like you miss a pass from Patrick and he's like, Pearson.
Yeah. No, I think I was pretty good for that.
Yeah.
Okay, I got to ask a question here. You were drafted in 2021. Gribbs, you might know what this is, but the GMHL by the North York Renegades. I don't know what this league is. Just talk a little bit like that. Just talk a little bit about that draft story. Just like what that league is, and if you had any consideration going there or anything like that.
I'm pretty sure before you answer that, I've been contacted by that league when I was done playing junior C. So I don't think that's anything too crazy.
Yeah, no, I didn't even know that I was drafted. To be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
No, this is something I see on the Elite Prospects page
No,
today
I'm
when we were looking at you.
yeah, I'm pretty
That's
sure I
hilarious.
was
I figured
contacted.
it was something like that, but
Yeah.
wow.
And obviously you're not going to get into too much, but is there any, did you have any time in Vegas to kind of rip it up off the ice after training camp or anything?
Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. A bunch of the guys, we'd go to the strip. Like I think we went like 6 or 7 times. So got to
Nice.
experience that a lot, and all the casinos out there. So
Yeah.
it was fun. Came home with a little bit of extra money in my pocket.
Nice. Yeah.
Nice.
Any quick story you can tell us on that front?
Uh,
What are like, are
yeah,
you going blackjack tables or slots or?
all the time, always blackjack. So
Oh yeah.
it was crazy because we got our. It was me, Zach Dean, Lucas Cormier, and a guy that goes to UNB. So I play against him, Adam
Okay.
McCormick. We got our per diem, our money from Vegas, and it was a good amount. So we went to the
Nice.
casino, and I didn't really want to spend any of it, so I kind of was like hesitant to start or whatever.
Yeah.
But the boys kind of convinced me, so I just threw in 100. So I just started 100,
Yeah.
and that night I made my way up to $1,400.
Oh, how are you?
Wow.
Oh,
That's a whole week right there. That's 2 weeks there worth. Wow, that's
Yeah,
wow.
it was
and
insane.
then
I just kept going. I was playing so carelessly. It was lucky.
oh, that's all. And then the waitress are coming by because it's the free drinks when you're at the Chino, so that's pretty nice.
Yeah, not much time to drink there, but I tried to keep it somewhat professional.
Good man, good man.
There's something I wanted to ask you earlier. Going into that Vegas training camp, had you played any games at all really since you had last played in OHL? Because really, like obviously looking at the Elite Prospects page and stuff like that, with that canceled OHL season, there was nothing else that really showed there. So like, were you able to get into any game situations kind of before you went to the Vegas training camp?
No, that's actually what sucked probably the most about it.
Yeah.
Because my first game was it was in Arizona at the rookie tournament against the Coyotes rookie team. So that was kind of my first game back since COVID shut everything down. So it was kind of hard to get back into the swing of things. I was gasping for air a couple shifts. So
Is that Traverse City, that the one that I always hear about?
yeah, it's not Traverse City, but it's like that. There's like
Okay.
I think 3 or 4 of them, but
So
it was like LA, like all the
right,
teams out there. So LA, Arizona, San Jose,
San Jose.
like all those teams.
Yeah, gotcha. So you probably would have played against Benny Gaudreau at one of those games then. He's
Yeah.
yeah.
He played for San Jose when we played him.
What's that like? Do you get to meet all the guys from the other teams off the ice? Like, are you guys all staying in the same buildings, or how does that work?
Yeah, a couple teams were staying in the same spot as us. I think LA and San Jose. So we kind of got to see each other around. I know a couple guys on LA that I played with in Owen Sound, so I kind of got to catch up with them. And then if we saw each other around the rink, because there
Right.
was 6 or 7 teams or 5 or 6 teams there, so
Yeah.
there's a lot of bodies walking around.
You get a couple of goals in that tournament?
So we played 3 games. I ended up just getting 1 goal and 1 assist.
I'll do.
Yeah.
Well, I want to talk about this year now because I was looking at the stats. You're currently leading your team in scoring with 7 points in 6 games to start off, 3 goals, 4 assists. What's the caliber of hockey compared to the OHL for us? Because that's what we'll see the most. And I guess I've seen some university games around like Kitchener, Waterloo, but I don't know too much about the East Coast out there. Like, just compare the caliber of hockey to, say, the OHL.
Yeah, it's different from the OHL. I wasn't really expecting it. It's a lot like, as you would think, the guys are a lot bigger. They're a lot faster. So
Grown men.
It's a good pace, and everybody's skill. Everyone can put the puck in the back of the net or make you look silly at one point.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a good pace, and like I the biggest thing that I find is the body contact. Like everybody's finishing their checks, and it's a tough game.
Yeah. And the fans, is there a good amount of fans?
Yeah, we've only been to Moncton and St. Mary's and Dallas. So those, like, they didn't really have that many fans, but
Right.
our home games, we usually get around 1,000 or 1,500. So it's
Nice.
pretty good. And we got all the students that come out too. And but I think the team that has the most is like UNB or even St. FX.
That kind of leads into my next question. What's the travel like? Are you guys taking
Yeah.
the ferry? You taking the bridge, or what does that kind of look like for you? And what's the farthest you guys will go out there?
Yeah, we're actually pretty good. I think the farthest is 4 hours. So
Oh,
it's
it's not
because
bad at all.
Dal and St. FX or Dal and SMU, and then someone else. I think maybe Acadia. They're all like pretty similar, pretty close.
Right.
So like 4 hours is the farthest, and yeah, we take the bridge most of the time. I think the girls team took the ferry a couple weeks ago, but I think we won't be doing that. I don't know, but I think it'd be kind of cool if we did.
Yeah, that'd be sweet to do at least a couple times. That's not bad because even like the NCAA, we were talking to, or who were we talking to? A guy maybe you played with in Stratford. Is Joe Leahy? Did you play with him?
Oh no, I didn't. But I know Joey.
Yeah,
pretty well.
yeah. It just reminded me of that because he was playing NCAA and we were talking to him about some of the travel there. And like, there's like a school in Alaska. Like some of the NCAA is just traveling like crazy. That's pretty sweet. If the furthest you got to go is 4 hours.
Yeah, for sure.
And how many teams are in the loop?
There's 6 or 7, so not a lot, but it's good. It keeps you competitive.
Good.
Does the travel expand at all once you've like if it comes down to playoffs and stuff like that? Will you play any Ontario teams at all or anything like that?
If you get to like nationals, I think it is. There's always like a host. It's kind of like the Memorial Cup. There's a host team. We're hosting it next year, and I think Acadia is hosting it this year. So like each top team of that division will go to that specific city or place or whatever.
Yeah.
The university, and they'll play like a Memorial Cup kind of format.
Awesome. Well, we can let you go now. Appreciate coming.
My computer's just at 2. I was just gonna go get a charger if that's fine.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
that's cool.
I ain't leaving on you guys yet. Don't worry.
I didn't know if you had to get going. I was gonna ask you something. I kind of forgot now.
Well, I got one lined up here.
Yeah, you go.
I can't remember if you already asked this or not, but what are you taking in school?
Oh, I'm taking sociology. That's my major right now.
And then when you look at like future goals, whether that's schooling related or hockey related, what kind of things do you hope you're doing down the road here, maybe 5 years down the road?
Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully playing pro hockey, but
yeah. Well, I was gonna say, if there's the one thing I remember from our last interview, and Leibs is on with us, the NCAA came up and you're like, no, it was right from the start. And I think either Leibs or maybe even you said it, like not necessarily a school guy.
Yeah. I think pro hockey's always been my goal, and I think it still is. So I'm looking to, I don't know, if it's not NHL, then somewhere overseas or even the AHL for a bit. But NHL is my main goal right now.
Have you, like you said, you got a call from one team overseas? Where was that?
It was Austria.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So they're top league there.
Yeah. Well, do you have any like on the bucket list that you've looked through as far as European teams? Because we've got a chance to talk to a bunch of guys in different European cities. And that's probably like some of our most fun interviews is just learning about what it's like playing hockey over there. Like just hearing some of the things that they're set up. Like obviously you've heard some KHL stories. We've had a couple guys that have given us KHL stories too, but just other leagues too. Like we've talked to a guy in Poland and Slovakia and a guy that like lots of guys, Finland, Germany. So is there one on the bucket list for you?
If I'm being honest, I haven't even checked where any league is open. But I don't know. I think it would be like probably try to feel it out, and if I got an offer from a good spot, I think I'd probably have to choose that one.
You seem like a guy that like Switzerland, I feel like would fit you.
Yeah. We just brought up Leibs, and we were messaging him before, and he gave us a couple questions he wants to ask you. So this one comes from Dylan Liebold here. Are you living in residence or in a house? If a house, who's cooking? Because you're definitely not cooking, LOL.
Yeah, we actually, it was like a together kind of dinner. That's what we did. We all made mac and cheese today, which is
really
like, are you talking craft dinner or like homemade?
Oh, homemade for sure.
Really?
Wow.
the good stuff here, but that's funny that Leaf said that. He's never seen me cook, so I don't know.
Yeah, I think he's just chirping a little. Does like Uber Eats exist in PEI?
Yeah, funny thing too. I actually ordered skip the dishes last night.
Skip the dishes.
Didn't want to cook.
And is like, are you a seafood guy?
Oh no.
No,
really?
That's the bad thing about me being here.
yeah,
No,
yeah. Because I feel like I don't really know if I'm a seafood guy or not because like where you live, you don't really like. I love fish and I love sushi, but that's not really seafood at all. I guess it is, but I don't know. I feel like if you're living in PEI, I feel like you gotta turn yourself into a seafood guy.
yeah, I think everybody on the team except for me is a seafood guy, but I can't eat it. I never have really. As a kid, I didn't like it, so that's the only bad thing about me being here because it's literally everywhere. It's all you eat.
Got to get into the lobster, but
Yeah.
what's your favorite part about being in PEI so far?
I don't know. Probably like just a small town, whatever you want to call it. Like it kind of resembles St. Mary's. Like it's St. Mary's is a small town. Charlottetown's a pretty small town. So I think it kind of gives me some good vibes from back home. So that's probably the biggest thing.
And is there like a downtown area if it's like a off night for you guys, you can go out to a bar or something?
Yeah, the downtown's pretty nice. We've been out a couple times now, but there's probably like 4 or 5 bars that the guys really like to go to, and like all the university students.
And the last kind of question I have about playing university hockey, I'm always curious, and I don't know the answer for sure. Is there like a age limit as far as guys playing hockey?
I think so. I think like the youngest you can go into is like 18.
Yeah.
Like you can take off. I think a guy did it this year. He gave up his last year in the OHL to go to school and play. I think in the OUA. But I think the oldest you can be is 25. We have a couple guys on the team that are 25 right now.
Oh, gotcha. I didn't know, like, obviously you can enroll in a university at like whatever age. So I wasn't sure if like a 35-year-old could enroll and then play hockey for the team. I didn't know how that worked.
Yeah, that'd be kind of scary.
That would be.
And how many years is your program?
I'm not sure right now. I think it's just 4, but I'm still like kind of testing everything out. Like I might transfer over to a different one, maybe kinesiology if I can speak right. But I don't know. I'm just kind of feeling out. I got told by my advisor just take something simple that your first year. So
yeah,
I haven't really been in school for a while, so it's kind of nice to get back into the swing of things.
All right. So now you're a school guy. Last time we talked to you, not a school guy.
Yeah.
Now you're a school guy.
Funny how that works, eh?
All right, man. Well, this has been good. Again, thanks for doing it short notice. We'll have to get you on again sometime. We'll have to keep this relationship going because there's a long hockey career ahead of you, I think, still. So we'll have to be with you every step of the way, I think.
Yeah, for sure. I'm so down.
All right. Have a good one, man. Thanks for doing this.
Thanks.
Enjoy the East Coast.
Oh, I will.
All right. See ya.